My opening statement would be, did anybody else besides me see former player Dominic Fletcher take Darvish Oppo Taco today? That was pretty exciting. Stuff like that is awesome. He had a great tournament, and so excited for him. But other than that, I'm ready to take questions.
Andrew Ellis, want to kick us off?
And leadoff. Wow. Yeah, Coach, Auburn has some new faces in the lineup, but it seems like they've just become pretty consistent as a program and have guys that overachieve every year. I was just wondering what you make of the makeup of their lineup and their roster.
Well, I don't know if it's overachieving at all. I mean, they have really good players, they have outstanding coaching staff. They do things the right way. Can't say enough good things about Butch Thompson. They kept some kids that they thought might have signed last summer that came back. I mean, their center fielder jumps out at me. He's probably the best defensive center fielder in the league, and he's hitting. They're hitting for a team as for an average as a team, and they have some power, but they've got a couple, three guys in the lineup that are just having great years right now.
And on your side, you've got a lot of newcomers on your team and older guys, but guys that'll be playing in their first real SEC weekend. Just what are you looking for out of guys like Wagner and Josenberger who will be getting their first exposure to this kind of competition, this type of atmosphere?
Well, I think that they're used to it. I mean, we played in the tournament in Texas, and that can simulate it about as good as you can get. You're playing some top teams from another league, that Omaha type teams. So I don't think it's too much different. The games mean a little bit more, but as far as the approach or the mental part of it, I think they're both going to be fine. And even the other guys, for the most part, they get what we're getting into. We've been talking about it since last fall, and you've got to step it up, and it's a 10-week grind, and we try to prepare them for that.
Tom?
Hey, Dave, I was just watching Butch's press thing from yesterday, and if I heard him right, Tommy Vale for Friday and then Crotchfeld. What do you know much about their pit? Vale has really good numbers, but what do you know about those guys?
Well, just we're watching as videos we can. Friday's pitcher, his fastball stays up. Got some carry in baseball lingo, so you got to try to get on top of it a little bit. And I mean, they're just good pitchers. We know as much as we know, and that's what we hear from talking to other coaches, and watching as much as we can, and then reading the numbers, the data. I mean, we're still going over it right now. It was a busy week for us playing UNLV and not knowing who we were going to be able to throw and how long they would last. And proud of the team, like I said yesterday, of getting through that and finding a way to win a couple of games. And now we're really, we've been going on looking into Auburn as best we can in the past week, but really now today's the day that we hammer down.
Gotcha. Hey, you indicated Stovall and Cowley and Holt would probably be in good shape for the weekend. Did Harold Cole make it so your starting lineup might be, the third base might be difficult to slot up for this weekend?
Yeah. No, he didn't make it difficult. I mean, I thought he played great. So he's swinging the bat. Imagine I'll probably put him in there.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Dudley?
Coach, obviously pitching's a daily deal, inning by inning, but how much better do you feel, say, from the time going into the last weekend series to you do today in terms of arms?
Well, I definitely feel better. I think that some guys, picked it up and showed us some things. Dylan Carter continues to pitch well, and it was just really good to see Bobby throw the ball the way he did. And I thought Coyle threw the ball well. It wasn't super consistent. It was maybe hitter to hitter, but it was good. And then Zach Morris is the one that showed us something yesterday, and probably not going to be available Friday, but I feel like maybe the next two games he would be available, but we'll see how he feels. And it was just Yeah, I mean, we feel like we have a few more than maybe we did last week at this time. Like everybody, battling some injuries, some couple season endings. So those are, it is what it is. The other guys, Tiger won't have him for the weekend, and but we got some other guys that have stepped up and done a pretty good job. So we're excited to see the progress some of our pitchers.
And how do you feel about Hagan stepping up on Friday night?
Well, Hagen's not starting Friday, so that would be your storyline, I guess. We're going to start Hunter Holland, and then we'll go with McIntyre on Saturday, and we'll leave Sunday TBA.
Andrew, anything else?
I guess could you just inform us on what exactly Wall went into that decision? I mean, obviously they're all three going to start still, but just what went into the situation there?
Well, just call it one game at a time and injuries. So that's what we decided to do.
All right. Then nobody else has anything. Robert,
I got one.
Call the Brown, I got one.
Is Hagen Smith hurt?
No, he's better than ever.
Okay.
Yeah, you see him warming up in the bullpen on Tuesday. He's ready to come in.
Okay, cool.
Tom?
Well, I guess what you're saying, ask for follow-ups. Are you thinking about maybe he could be your closer, or what are you thinking about with Hagen?
Wild card, closer, long reliever, finisher, however you want to say it. Good pitcher in the bullpen. His numbers are great. He knows how to do it. He just wants to help the team win in any role, and appreciate that. And when you have some things happening, with arms, sometimes you gotta make some changes, and we just felt like that might be something we needed to do this weekend.
Okay, got you there. And then, so how do you feel about Holland on a little bit shorter rest, and starting off the weekend for you?
Well, if you go back to Sunday, he had 25 at least more pitches in there, and we took him out at about 70, and he actually likes pitching on shorter rest. He's told us that many a time. So I feel fine about it.
Dudley?
Well, first of all, I'm sure glad I asked that question. But when you say TBA on Sunday, who are some of the guys that have moved themselves in position to possibly start?
Well, with this staff right now, it's going to be, match up and best available. I mean, if we haven't used Hagen, or we've just used him a little, I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, we could use Dylan Carter. We could use Ledbetter. We could use Zach Morris. I mean, that's just to name a few.
Thanks.
Andrew, anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.